Oh wow, I didn't know you can go live on YouTube. Well then, hello everyone. My name is Levi Davis. I haven't been on YouTube as much as I used to do. I've been keeping an eye on this Warner Brothers fiasco. Just when things are starting to get good, something bad happens. Same way with the Snyder cult. They if the Snyder cult existed about the same time the Snyderverse movies came out, they wouldn't have failed. So a lot of people like to lie about James Gunn's Superman movie. They said the budget was what? 300, 400, but the budget was actually 200 million. And they made over 200 million. So it wasn't a flop. A lot of these grifters on here, and it's a damn shame. You got people out here like Tyrone Magnus. You got people like the Drinker, or the who's the other one? Nerdrotic. You know, they were doing good at first. Then they turned into that. They joined the Snyder cult, and then it just doesn't work, man. Being a grifter on YouTube is actually the worst thing for your channel. And I think people need to be more grateful towards their fans. And howdy, y'all. Um, I'm just talking about Warner Brothers right now. My first time being on live stream on here. Oh, I'm good. How's y'all doing? I'm just testing out this live stream on YouTube because it used to be where you had to have a certain amount of subscribers to go live on here. Now I guess anybody can go live on here, which should have happened to begin with. But these glasses I got them at Dr. Tavel at in Terre Haute, where I live at. Uh, they are, I forget what brand they're called. But yeah, I saw these. I'm like, yep, I gotta have them. I like the shape. But yeah, this Warner Brothers thing, I just hope Disney doesn't buy them. From what they've done to Star Wars and Marvel, I just pisses me off. Marvel deserves way better than that. Star Wars definitely deserves way better than what they got. Um, I think since Snyder is no longer with DC, I think he should be in the Star Wars. I think he should be directing Star Wars. James Gunn, I liked the Superman movie. I liked Peacemaker. I'm just not a fan of the Suicide Squad movie at all. Um, Now I liked the Penguin. I liked the Batman movie. Matt Reeves, perfect. So if I was Warner Brothers or whoever buys Warner Brothers, they should focus on Matt Reeves' universe. James Gunn is okay. I like James Gunn's Superman movie. I'm not really a Superman fan myself, but some things about Superman I like. You know, I like the absolute Superman right now. I got a comic book, or actually, I got two of them. But yeah, Superman is very important to the DC universe. I'm glad that James Gunn touched up on Superman, and Superman deserves. He, I didn't like how Man of Steel portrayed Superman. I didn't like the suit. It looked like a rubber suit, uh, too dark. And then if I was Zack Snyder, I would have had that tone of darkness in a Batman movie, not in a Superman movie or Justice League. Now, the way the tone was in the Superman movie that just came out, that would have been perfect for the Justice League movie. Not Joss Whedon's type. No, absolutely not. Um, I mean, the Snyder Cut was good. It's just it didn't really do much for Warner Brothers or DC. So Warner Brothers needs a company that will put them back into their prime. See, they were at their prime in the 90s when they had the cartoons, they had Batman Forever, and all these other DC movies. They had Christopher Nolan Batman movies. That was the prime. Now, I mean, I see where Zack Snyder was going with it. It's just it was too soon to introduce the Justice League. You gotta introduce the characters first, then introduce the Justice League. Not just like, okay, here's the Justice League. What about him? That's basically what it was. Um, and then a bunch of politics happened, and Snyder got fired. I liked his take on the Flash. I liked Snyder's take on Aquaman. Even though at first I didn't like Jason Momoa as Aquaman, but during the first movie of Aquaman, that was really good. That was actually Snyder's versus best movie, in my opinion. And it wasn't directed by Zack Snyder. That's the thing. So Matt Reeves, to me, is the only one that actually got Batman correctly. He is a haunting, badass detective that will whip a man's ass without hesitation. And yeah, he can take bumps and bruises. He can get his ass whipped from time to time, but he can always come back and whip their ass again. Now, the Riddler, I wasn't a fan of because the Riddler doesn't wear a mask. But this is a completely different universe. This is Earth 1, Earth 2, right? So, in the Bruce Wayne's parents' deaths are different. Um, if I was to own Warner Brothers right now, I would make um, the Snyderverse connected with Matt Reeves, the Batman's universe, connect that with the James Gunn Superman's universe. So I would have Peacemaker, the Batman, Superman, Supergirl, Mr. Terrific, this new Lois Lane, um, and then have this Matt Reeves Batman. I didn't like Catwoman. I think Halle Berry's Catwoman was the best one, or Anne Hathaway's. I would stick with Anne Hathaway. Anne Hathaway, Catwoman. Um, I would tie in Walking Phoenix's Joker and it's not Zack Snyder's Dark Side, and I would have um, Joel Schumacher's Riddler and Two Face, um, Robin. I didn't like the blue and red suit in Batman Robin movie. I like the Robin suit in Batman Forever. That will be the best Robin suit to this day, in my opinion. Um, I would have that Robin. Um, I would have all that in one movie universe, DCU. Um, I would have Christopher Nolan, Zack Snyder, James Gunn, all the DC Legends directors. Um, I would have them combined, and I would add Quentin Tarantino to the Warner Brothers DC making DC universe. If that makes sense. Um, but yeah, I just don't know where it's going to go, and I have a bad feeling. See, I predicted something years ago. I predicted Disney buying Warner Brothers, and that's the one thing I don't want. I do not want Disney buying Warner Brothers. Period. Disney is a cancer to the movie industry, especially the comic book industry, and especially Star Wars. Look how I knew Disney was going to fuck up Star Wars. As soon as they bought it, I knew it was going to fuck up. I knew they was going to fuck Marvel up. They fucked up Iron Man, Captain America, Falcon, War Machine, Punisher, Spider Man, the Hulk, Thor, Black Panther, Winter Soldier. I think is the only one that hasn't been fucked up yet. Give him time; they will fuck him up. Um, who else? I forget who else is in that in the Marvel universe right now. Oh, the new Fantastic Four. I mean, I didn't see anything wrong with the old Fantastic Four movies or the cast. Fox's Fantastic Four cast. Just because Chris Evans became Captain America is why they scrapped it. I think. I mean, I think Chris Evans was an okay Captain America, but I, as soon as he became Captain America, I was like, why? Why? You could have picked a ton of better actors than that. Come on. I think he would have been a better maybe Spider Man. I don't know. Or um, he might have been a good Daredevil. But I think the guy that plays Daredevil now was really good. But they kind of fucked him up too. So they fucked up Daredevil. They're trying to fuck up Kingpin. They already fucked him up in that what was that series? Uh forget what it's called. The one after Hawkeye, Echo, right? They fucked up Kingpin in the Echo series. They fucked up Hawkeye. Moral of the story: they fucked up every character, every one of them. So what they need is a Disney needs to be bought out because they've lost so much money. And somebody's going to buy Disney and they're going to do something with Marvel, I predict. I wish they would. But what they need is a reboot. I hate to say it, but I didn't see anything wrong with Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. I didn't even see anything wrong with Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. Why do they have this little pipsqueak of Spider-Man? Why? What he does nothing for me as Spider-Man. Nothing. He'd be a damn good Beast Boy, not Spider-Man. Tobey Maguire is to the T Spider-Man. Andrew Garfield was a damn good Peter Parker. I actually, you know what? I don't think Andrew Garfield was a good Spider-Man. I think he was just a good Peter Parker. Um, I didn't like Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker because he was kind of a crybaby for no reason sometimes. Well, then again, Andrew Garfield's was a crybaby too. So I don't know. But anyways, getting off topic. Um, but yeah, I wish they would do something with Marvel and Star Wars. Star Wars. I think people are missing the point with Star Wars. As soon as they killed off Darth Vader, Star Wars sucks. Now, when they brought the prequels into the movies or into the theaters, um, and they brought back Anakin and he became Darth Vader, you know, bringing back Darth Vader saved Star Wars. But killing him off kind of fucked up Star Wars. Darth Vader is Star Wars, not Luke Skywalker, not Darth Maul, not Obi-Wan Kenobi. I hate to say it, but not Obi-Wan Kenobi. It's Darth Vader. Darth Vader is Star Wars. Killing him off was George Lucas's fault, and that was retarded on his part. So he basically fucked up his own creation from the start, killing his best character. And then he made prequels about his best character, who he kills off. Makes no sense. The point of of Anakin being Darth Vader was to never die and never let other people die. What did Darth Vader do? Die. Made no fucking sense. So it's pretty much George Lucas's fault. And then selling it to Disney. That was stupid. George Lucas. And now he's saying, oh, well, I don't want nothing to do with Star Wars. Well, no, because, you took other people's ideas and you made your own and made Star Wars. You know what I'm saying? Frustrating. Now, Obi-Wan Kenobi was really great. I think he was the... People want to say that Darth Vader was the antagonist and Obi-Wan Kenobi or Luke Skywalker was the protagonist. I think that was the complete opposite. I think Darth Vader was the protagonist through all these Star Wars movies, and everybody else was antagonists. See what I'm saying? Because think about it. Why else would anybody be Star Wars fans? Boba Fett. Boba Fett was pretty cool, but he only lasted one scene in one of the movies. You know, they could have done so much more with Boba Fett. Now, and then they have this Boba Fett series ugh, that was just awful, man. That was pathetic. They could have made that just like The Mandalorian. Why didn't they do that? And then, so they're coming out with a Mandalorian movie. Why? Pedro is now Mr. Fantastic. He's busy now. So, I don't know. Ahsoka wasn't bad. The Obi-Wan Kenobi series wasn't bad either. I liked the last episode. I pretty much didn't care for any of the episodes. But they could have done it a lot differently. And then they had the the one they had last year. What was it called? I forgot what it's called. The Star Wars show from last year, they got canceled real quick. Well, they introduced Darth Plagueis, the Wise. He's one ugly son of a bitch in the books, but they made him like a cryptoid or a cryptid in this one series. So dumb. Warner Brothers. I hope DC doesn't suffer the same fate as Star Wars and Warner Brothers, man. I don't want DC anywhere near, or I don't want Disney anywhere DC. Period. But I predicted them buying DC long time ago. But I don't know if they have the budget for it because they've lost so much money. Disney just fucked themselves over. It's just, and they're fucking everything they've bought over. What was the point of buying all this shit? You're killing your IPs. Disney is killing their IPs. Why? Because A, they're stupid, and B, they're sissified. You know, a woman runs the fucking company. That's why. Now, if a man that was, you know, a real man in charge of Disney, then shit, Disney be off the chain. But no, they gotta woke everything up, and you know, it's just pathetic now. Allowing politics in your thing into your movies is like adding nudity to a kids movie. It's unnecessary, and people don't want it. So why don't you do this? Why don't Disney do this if they want to make money? Okay. Um, and same thing with Warner Brothers. If they want to be sold somewhere that makes money, Amazon would be perfect spot for Warner Brothers. Now, Marvel, I think Netflix should buy. Well, no, they're woke too. Amazon's kind of woke too. Shit. Well, then, why not have a billionaire buy them? Why don't Elon Musk buy Warner Brothers? Or Tony Khan, the owner of AEW, he should own Warner Brothers because he's taking good care of AEW. I mean, I'm pretty sure he can take good care of DC or whoever else Warner Brothers got. The Matrix. The Matrix was god awful. The new one that made no fucking sense. Woke it up. Stupid. Um, they could have tied the Matrix in with DC Comics, and now Warner Brother owns Mortal Kombat. You know what I'm saying? So why don't they just take all those IPs and Tony Khan can take care of all of them? Doesn't have to be a company that buys them. Know what I mean? And I knew Warner Brothers was going to go out of business. I knew they was going to be bought or up for sale because they lost billions because of this fucking merger with Discovery. Whatever the fuck that did for them. Fuck Discovery. You know what I mean? Stupid. Tony Khan can buy DC. Um, Elon can buy Star Wars. That would be perfect. And who could buy Marvel? Who should buy Marvel? I don't know. Netflix? No. No. What if Warner Brothers bought Marvel? That'd been cool. I don't know. Lionsgate? Maybe? I don't know. But anyways, I'm getting off topic. So Warner Brothers has a couple buyers currently. It's Apple, Netflix, Comcast slash NBC Universal, whatever. Um, Amazon. Now Paramount Plus had two different bids for Warner Brothers. They had turned Paramount down. And I'm surprised because Warner Brothers, or not Warner Brothers, Paramount, I think they canceled a bunch of shows because they're losing money as well. You know what I mean? Didn't they just get bought too? I don't remember. But yeah, Warner Brothers, I think, just needs to stay where they're at because they're cooking right now. They're cooking up something good. Um, just avoid Disney. Go anywhere but Disney, please. Um, but yeah. They got this new Avengers movie coming out. And I don't think it'll be very good. I don't even think if this Avengers movie even does any good, I don't think it'll save Disney. Nope. I The fact that they're taking so fucking long shows that they don't have long left. They don't have much time left. So, if Netflix was to buy Warner Brothers and they have Monday Night Raw, do not keep Monday Night Raw. Keep AEW. They are the best wrestling of all time. Raw, WWE, is the worst wrestling of all time. Why people still watch WWE? No fucking clue. Not a clue. I've watched WWE for years before AEW came around. Finally, I said, fuck it. This shit is trash. I'm done. And then, about a year and a half later, I started watching New Japan more. And then all of a sudden, AEW came out. And my prayers were answered. Wrestling was saved. Whoever buys Warner Brothers, if you do away with AEW, I will haunt you in your dreams. Don't fuck with me like that, please. AEW is the Quentin Tarantino of wrestling. Tony Khan is the Quentin Tarantino of pro wrestling, my opinion. He has a fucking vision. He has stories. He knows where the fucking moves go and where they don't go. He knows which wrestler is injury prone. And he knows which wrestler isn't. He knows who to keep and who not to keep. See, he knows who talent is. He knows who got talent. And he keeps those people. WWE, they don't care about talent. If you are selling t-shirts, you will get a world title shot. That's how they are. And that's how WWE will forever be. Then, now, and forever. It doesn't matter what a Royal Rumble they do. It doesn't matter if they do WrestleManias. Returns, debuts. That's all the fans care about. They don't care about pro wrestling. They don't even care about the stories. They just care about hype. That's all it. That's all they care about. WWE fans are the worst fan base in the world, in my opinion. And they're not even a fan base. They are a grifter fan base. Just like the Snyder cult. Because if they really gave a shit, WWE would be at its peak. But no, WWE's peak will forever be the Attitude Era. That's it. If that, WCW kicked their ass. You know, and they like to lie and say, oh, we beat them in the ratings. No, you didn't. WCW kicked your ass every single night. Just because Mick Foley won the world title does not mean they switched on WWF instead. That is the most bogus story ever told by fake wrestlers. Phony wrestlers. I shouldn't say fake. Phony wrestlers. Now, AEW, their pay-per-views are the best pay-per-views I've ever watched. And I've watched WCW pay-per-views. I've watched New Japan. New Japan became my favorite, and then AEW came along, and they blew New Japan out the water. I don't ever want to watch New Japan again, because they got a new owner, and he sucks. He changed the IWGP world title, and it's trash. It looks like a fucking badge for a belt. That's what it looks like. The old title was badass. But AEW, man, they kill it. Every single freaking pay per view, every match is better than the last. Constantly. How the fuck do you do that? How do you do that? In WWE, it's the complete fucking opposite. Each match in pay per view is worse than the last one. So, Netflix, if you decide to buy Warner Brothers, do not cancel WWE or do not cancel AEW. Cancel Raw. Raw is a waste of your money. ESPN is finding out that WWE's pay-per-views are a waste of their money. Right? Isn't ESPN owned by Disney? Proves my point, right? So, bottom line, do not disband AEW. Do not fuck with AEW. Do not fuck with DC right now. James Gunn has got a vision. He just needs some fucking help. You know what I mean? James Gunn is cooking with the DC universe right now. Leave him be. Matt Reeves, same thing. He's cooking with the Batman. Leave him be. Help. Do not disband it. Now, if Netflix decides to buy Disney at the same time when they buy Warner Brothers, you can reboot Marvel and reboot Star Wars. Well, actually, yeah, you can because Darth Vader needs a better story than that. I think killing him off was really stupid. So, if Netflix decides to buy Star Wars, Marvel, and Warner Brothers, make it all about Darth Vader. Make Marvel revolve around Spider-Man, Wolverine, the Hulk, Thor, Captain America, Daredevil, all the main ones. And then introduce more superheroes and do them correctly. Now, when you buy Warner Brothers, keep James Gunn, keep Matt Reeves, but give them some help because James Gunn's budget is pretty bad. Because Warner Brothers are selfish motherfuckers. They do not care about their fan base whatsoever. They will constantly, they're like the WWE of comic books. Warner Brothers, when they're in charge of DC, they fuck their fan base over. Doesn't matter who they are. If you're a Snyder cultist or you're a James Gunn fan, or if you're a Christopher Nolan fan, if you're a Joel Schumacher fan, Tim Burton fan, Matt Reeves fan, they will fuck you over. Do not fuck your fan base over when you buy Warner Brothers. When you buy DC, do not fuck their fan base over. When you buy AEW, do not fuck us fans over. When you buy Marvel or Star Wars, do not fuck their fan base over like Disney and Warner Brothers do. Be better than that. That's all I'm saying. Be better than that. And these YouTube grifters needs to learn how to please their own fan base on YouTube instead of griping and complaining about every little fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, You got Tyrone Magnus. He is a funny motherfucker. He's one entertaining motherfucker. One thing he's entertaining on is try not to laughs. That's his best videos. And he quit doing that. He quit doing that. To cover politics that he don't even know about, news articles that are fake. Um, Rumors about Snyder that are fake. Rumors about James Gunn Superman flopping, which is fake. If Tyrone Magnus watches this, I'm still a supporter of yours, son. Please do your fans a favor. Get back to try not to laugh. That's all we need. Now, don't say that YouTube's guidelines is making you prevent it, because there's countless try not to laughs that goes by the guidelines. You just got to go to your little search bar and you got to search up try not to laughs. If YouTube tries to copyright claim it, so be it. I don't. You YouTubers need to do this, okay? You're relying on children and you don't know it. You not age restricting your content is fucking you over. You need to age restrict all of your content, because if you do not, you will have copyright claims and your channel will be taken away. So all you have to do is age restrict your videos. Plain and simple. So when your YouTube channel is taken away from you, that's because you didn't age restrict. Age restrict. These kids are the reasons why your YouTube channel is getting shut down. You need to realize that kids are the problem on YouTube. Kids do not need to be on YouTube, period. Unless it's YouTube Kids. You have a YouTube Kids. YouTube, if you're going to make content for kids, go on there. This is YouTube for everyone. Okay? But if you're going to record edgy shit like me, I always age restrict. And yes, my videos get copyright claimed. And I don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? TikTok does the exact same shit to me. And they don't have an age restrict button. Now they do, but back then they didn't. And TikTok are run by left-wing politicians and communists. They do not like freedom mongers and Americans. They do not. So if you post anything true on TikTok or American, they will take it down immediately. If you're a toxic masculine person, or if you're just a guy like me who makes toxic masculinity jokes, you're going to get your TikTok videos taken down. And you're going to get your TikToks banned. Accounts banned, like mine. I made a 1,000,000 view video on TikTok, and they took my TikTok thing down because it was too offensive to women. Beesh. Well, grow up, ladies. You know what I'm saying? So, moral of the story is all you great YouTubers who have millions of subs, you had to have those millions of subs. Treat them like you still need them. Because once your YouTube channel's taken away, once you're no longer to be able to make YouTube videos, or as long as you piss off your fans, they don't come back, you need them. So keep them happy. Don't be like Warner Brothers. Don't be like Disney. You're proving that you're no better than them. Do what your fan base made you to be. Your fan base made your channels. Just like Warner Brothers fan base made them. Warner Brothers. DC made their fans made their comic books. Warner or Marvel, their fan base made their comic books and movies. Star Wars. George Lucas, well, never mind. Um but the fan base built Star Wars's legacy. George Lucas just, came up with the ideas. Well, I wouldn't say that, but you get what I'm saying. But moral of the story, love your fans. Your fans are the ones that guide you. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be famous, and you would be leeching off their money. You wouldn't be leeching off their bank accounts. Am I right? Am I right? So, grifting, politics, and yet you say politics drives you away, but yet you're allowing politics on your YouTube channel. It's a little hypocritical, don't you think? So, grifting does no good for your fan base, neither does politics. Whatever drew your fan base is what you should keep doing, period. That goes for anything with a fan base. Keep your fans happy. If you can't do that, you've lost touch and you need to leave. You need to leave your fans to somebody else or have somebody else run your channel if you can. So, anyways, in about an hour, AEW is going to be on the Dynamite show. We're going to see some good wrestling, as always. People are saying that this past pay-per-view was unnecessary because Darby Allin got his head dove into some water. Oh, that motherfucker has been through way worse than that. But yet these grifters like to make themselves relevant on Facebook or Twitter. Say, oh, well, the kids shouldn't be watching it. Well, yeah. It's past fucking midnight. They should be in bed. And the rating is TV 14. So not for kids. Dumbass WWE don't know what the fuck they're doing. They should not be PG. That's for sure. Wrestling is not for kids. Wrestling is for teenagers, adults. Not for old people. Definitely not for old people. You know what I'm saying? I mean, WCW was PG, and I watched it. It was some damn good wrestling. And then the last year just went, yeah. I miss ECW and WCW sometimes, but with AEW, I don't even think about them anymore. So, WWE is the Communist Party of pro wrestling. My opinion. WWE doesn't even deserve a fan base. They don't even deserve wrestlers or money. They deserve to be out of business immediately, and they will. So AEW will reign supreme. They already do. So we're gonna watch some damn good matches and some damn good wrestling. Now this was my first time trying YouTube's live ever because it took them this long to grow a brand and say, "Oh, hey, we shouldn't do this limitation on people not doing live streams on our YouTube." Well, motherfucker, kind of late, isn't it? So, yeah, I'm doing the YouTube live for the first time right here. And I'm reading all your comments. Thank you. Hi, how are you? I'm swell. What kind of glasses am I wearing? I forget the brand name, but it was gray tinted transits. You can now get blue transit lenses, green, red. I just went with gray for now. Now it'd been cool if I had blue or red lenses, lenses. But yeah, I do like my glasses. Thank you. I like the shape. That's why I got them. So yeah. Anyways, I am looking forward to One Piece live action. I'm looking forward to the One Piece anime and the manga that just came out. Rocks, Captain Rocks. He he was turned into a villain by Emu, and Emu's using his reverse powers to corrupt Rocks so he can make Rock a demon to attack Garp, um, Roger, and Whitebeard and Big Bomb. So yeah, it's getting really intense. I'm excited. They did Dory. Dory in the live action looks just fucking like him. Just like him. If you're a story writer, Oda is someone you need to learn from. Um, because he actually cares about his characters and he puts some thought into them. Okay, now One Piece is looking peak. Um, so I'm looking forward to that. We got Halloween coming up. I'm playing Fallout 76. You can add me on PlayStation Network. My username is Levi Bolt, all one word, just a lowercase or just a capitalized L at the beginning of the name. Everything else is lowercase. Don't ask. It was a username I came up with in high school. But anyways, I'm on Fallout 76. Fallout looks good. The Fallout show looks really good. They've really made Fallout 76 way better than it was when it first came out. My goodness. Same way with Cyberpunk 2077. It's really good too. So yeah. No Man's Sky and GTA 5 just had an update. I'm gonna see what that's all about. Um so yeah. I hope Warner Brothers finds a good home. I hope Marvel and Star Wars gets a new home soon. And yeah, I hope y'all have a happy Halloween. I might see you on here again soon. Never know. Yeah. One thing I won't do on here, I'll promise you that, I won't fuck up my own fan base if I even get one. You know what I'm saying? That was an extremely long rant. I apologize for that. But people kept asking me on everything I thought. And this is everything I thought so far. Now, this is where I'm going to talk about politics. So, as many of you know, I voted for Trump 3 times. Okay? I'm not, I have no bad thing to say for Trump. But for some reason, there's always a news article lying about Trump. Why? Is it jealousy? Is it you trying to bring communism back? You trying to create more deaths? Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. You did not deserve that. But you are immortal now, so. But people mocking his death, it makes people so damn weak and pathetic. They deserve it. Not Charlie. The people who mock him deserve that. I'm not saying to wipe him out. I'm saying they deserve pain. They deserve the pain of loss, like his wife is going through right now, his children is going through. If you do not know or sympathize the pain of loss, then you're a piece of shit, in my opinion. But Trump is doing everything he can to make America great again. But here's the thing, the last time America was great was when we had Abraham Lincoln and George Washington. Those are the only 2 times that America was great. Every other president sucked. So far, Trump is the best president.